Hello there everyone, and welcome to my first episode of Ion Indie, and today we're going to be looking at the interesting game of Avant-Garde, which is currently in its alpha phase. It has been for a while, so I don't know how fast they're working on this. I just know that it's a really interesting premise, and the sound is absolutely too loud on my headphones there, so I'm turning that down. But the premise of the game is essentially a point-and-click, choose-your-own-adventure RPG game set in 1863 Paris during the artistic revolution that occurred there. And you are one of these artists, and you have to kind of try to keep yourself from going under. And I'm gonna guess that if you do go under, you fail, but in my experience playing this game so far, you don't really have that bad of a chance to fail unless you just keep on experimenting with stuff that you know isn't going to sell or be popular in any way. But generally, it seems like you can just get by doing exactly what any artist would do, and that's what everyone else wants. But, not that I'm encouraging that sort of behavior, or else I would probably be out of a job myself, and by job I mean YouTube career, which I don't even really have, so, before I get myself into a big depressing hole there, I'm just gonna click here, and we're going to create our character. He's a handsome, if not terrified, individual in the background. I'll give him some points into form. I apologize because you're probably going to hear my noisy clicking. Some into perspective, anatomy, maybe take some out of form there. Definitely some into expression, and you know what, we'll put it back into form, because why not? I'm not really all too concerned with being charismatic, or a visionary, or, excuse me for a second, a musician, which, a musician seems like it would be almost contradictory to being a painter, or an artist of the visual persuasion, so let's go with an erudite, a person who's very knowledgeable, who is, I want to make him an alcoholic, but that just seems a bit too much. So we'll make him a melancholic person because he's sad. I'll just name him after myself here, so he'll be the TheNoidbag. I'm guessing here is where they would plan on putting your own little picture in one day or something. There's nothing here for now. As far as I can tell, it's just two blank arrow spaces and a square. But, whatever. So, as you saw before I so selfishly clicked away without reading, we were greeted by Edouard Manet. Manet is a fairly famous artist, but in this time period, he's not all that well known aside from being a bit of a floundering artist. So I'm probably not going to really try and say this with much of a French accent, despite being of Canadian descent and French being our second language. I'm just gonna power on through this and kind of show you guys the game a little bit. If you like it, I'd really recommend coming and playing it, because it's great, but I can't keep myself so into it, let's say, that I will fully develop and play a character. Anyway, moving on. Enchanté, TheNoidbag. Okay. I'm an artist too, and I've been working on a painting to win this year's Salon. Well, and here's Bouguereau. You'll never win a gold medal, Manet. I bet 50 francs that even this beginner here can do better. Can't you, TheNoidbag? Oh no, I'm not as good as Manet. I'm not that great of an artist in real life or in this. I'm just starting out. Well, I wish the Salon valued you as much as I do too, Manet, you sad, sad man. Alright, let's just go see our ability. I really like this effect, by the way, the fact that we are focused on these two individuals here, and then we look into the background and they become blurred into the foreground while we see the background more clearly. It's just a nice little touch, and it's very subtle. But we'll go here. We'll create our newest painting. I think I'll go with a still life. Just a pencil working and some paper. It'll cost virtually nothing. Maybe go for some ink. Yeah. Okay, so create that. It is apparently horrible, but 75% done. Yep. It is horrible, and I have much to learn. I know that he is much better than me, and I told you. I'd rather not go and drink away the money. Yeah, Bouguereau is the right idea. I need to do a bit more work. Oh, here's Courbet. Yes, I did that. Oh, apparently I should try a nude. He is Gustave Courbet, and he wants to meet me at the cafe. Apparently, all artists were really big on drinking. I don't know. Not my thing, but, whatever they want, really, I guess. So, here's basically where you can come to make various artworks. See, essentially you click on this, you can see your percentage done, how much money it will net you, what styles and items you used to make it, your general rating out of, I'm assuming, 5 stars of a score, and your rating in Word. And it's pretty demeaning, to be truthful. But what you do is you click that, you say resume, and it increases it. Manet painted this one thing. I like it. So we have this horrible drawing, but it will net us 86 francs, which is, you know, pretty much more than what we've got. So we'll sell that, come up with something new. Why not a nude pencil on paper? It'll cost us 80 francs, which is basically what we made. But we'll create that. No, I'm not going to submit a painting this year. Every time after you've worked on something or done something, you'll get dragged off to this event. It just happens. It's not procedurally generated, really. So you're going to just deal with these type of things. Welcome to the Salon, Noidbag. This is where the best paintings of the year are crowned. No, keep your hat on, Manet. It's the closest you're going to get to a crown. Or have to a crown. And here we have, you know, Emperor Napoleon III. Or King Napoleon III. Only my wife wears a crown in France, gentlemen, and here are the results of the 1863 Salon de Paris. You should wear one too, Your Imperial Majesty, cough. It would look beautiful on your bodiless head, cough. So, I don't know much about Gustave Courbet, but I'm gonna go ahead and say he's probably a revolutionary who was anti-monarchy. Yes, I'll probably submit one next time. Of their kind. Wow. The greatest artist in the world, so apparently he's a bit of a narcissist as well. Painted priests laughing, riding donkeys. Yeah. I can see how that would be offensive to some people, but I still think the concept is pretty good. I'm probably going to look up that painting later. He thought he had it this time. Still life, nude, landscape. A nude woman with clothed men, outrageous. It has no form. Nature has form. It's made of blotches of color. Well, apparently these guys are all really down on Manet, which, as far as I know, is pretty accurate. As for these commentaries, these are all entirely fictional. Can we hang you two? Yeah, he really does not like him. There's really nothing you can do here other than just look around at the beautiful art, which is a really nice addition to the game. I really enjoy looking at it. Speaking of things that are really nice about it, other than just the artistic flair, is the music. The music for this game is really, really good, and I really enjoy it. It has a very, you know, classical feel to it, which is, I know, very obviously what they're going for. But just the way that it flows with the game and the sort of melancholic attitude to it, where it sounds very sad, but also very soulful and inspirational. It just works with the game. Anyway, apparently my nude was disgusting. So, we'll resume work on that, but we'll only get 50 francs back, so ultimately we're taking a loss at that. So that's where you're seeing that your experimentation can actually lead to you getting more damage then benefit out of your paintings. So if I were to say, again, do a still life with pencil and paper, costs me 30, I'll create that. This is horrible, but it will already earn me $68. People just have a higher demand for this sort of thing. So I wonder if I can resume work on it. Nope, so I just have to sell it. So how about we try an everyday pencil paper drawing? Pretty expensive, but it's not like I don't have the francs for it. We'll create that. It is also horrible, but also will get us a fair amount of money, so we'll resume. And now it's only very poor. So as you can see, the more you work and the more you try in this game, the more you're going to get out of your paintings. It's just, you're kind of trying to become this emerging artist who is growing and becoming better. And it's a very fascinating concept to actually be that guy in the game and make these decisions. So we'll sell that. Now we've got a little bit more money. You can also go to the academy here, where you can buy kind of level ups, I guess, because these are your statistics for the RPG aspect. You can level these up by, say, doing a drawing copy, and it gets you a tiny bit of experience. Or you can, say, do a cast copy and get even more. Expression kind of took a hit there, which was weird. So if you go to the cafe, there's Monet, not Manet anymore, another quite famous artist, and Gustave Courbet, as we've met before. Here you can chat with these people, you can have drinks with them, but it costs you money, of course, and you can kind of work on a manifesto for what you believe is kind of like the thing that's needed in art. You can use form or perspective or composition and say that this is the most important aspect of art at this point in the current, I guess you could say, trend or style of artistic expression. One thing I've noticed is that the characters have very limited dialogue options. Oftentimes they'll all just start talking about the same thing, like absinthe. I don't know. But we've got Manet in the red, so let's chat him up a little bit. Bonne nuit. Should always resume your work until they're done. Unfinished ones look worse and sell for less. Pretty common advice, I would assume. Let's talk with him. I'm just here finding inspiration. Copying all day can kill your creativity. Well, I would assume copying anything would take away some of the creativity. Why don't we just have a little bit of a drink with Manet here? Okay, well, that increased his friendship with us, so we'll have a little chat. He's just going to give us the same information again, which is unfortunate. I don't think there's much else to this game besides trying to win or place in the Salon de Paris. So, there's that. Just get some more experience there before heading back to my creations. I will create a landscape in pencil with paper. We'll see how this turns out. No, I won't participate. I'm not good enough. As we can see, I'm once again rated as fairly horrible, but I'll resume work on it, and I'll make at least a little bit of money out of it. So we'll sell that. Work on something, again, just do a still life, ink and paper. It's pretty horrible, not a great worth. So, let's work on that. 98 francs isn't bad, sell it again. Maybe we should try again with the nude. This will cost us a good bit of money though. With pencil and paper, create that. It's grotesque this time. Apparently, we are really, really bad. No, I didn't want to create something new. Apparently, we are really bad at making nude pictures, so we should probably stop trying to draw naked ladies. Well, actually, working on that nude ended up increasing its value tremendously, as well as making us a little bit better, so we'll sell that as well, and we're making some serious profit here now. So, the demand for still lifes is very low, but let's see how much we can get out of it with a pencil paper drawing. Because, well, apparently that one's grotesque, so we're just not good at that right now. which is a little unfortunate. That was a bit of a hit. But again, we'll try for a nude with pencil and paper. Cost us 80 francs. Again, pretty grotesque, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's gonna... Oh, no, it's very poor this time. And it's making us a good profit. So apparently, we can just sporadically do a bad drawing. So I guess there is a procedurally generated element in that sometimes the game will not necessarily come out with a good drawing that somebody wants, or a good painting. So we'll sell that and try something new for a change. We'll go for a landscape, a ink and paper one, and create that. It is rather grotesque at 60%, but we'll resume, get a horrible ranking with 114 francs. And oh well, we've made a good deal of money. I believe one of the reasons that you go to the cafe here and you discuss with these gentlemen is because they will share the secrets of how to draw other artistic styles and then paint those styles and other things with you to try and make you a better artist. I've never managed to win the Salon de Paris at all, but that's probably because I've just never sat here and played it for long enough. I'm sure if you played it, there's a lot that you can discover and find out, but I don't know if there's a time frame or anything. I'm guessing there has to be, because eventually these guys are going to die, so there's probably a limited amount of time that you have until the game ends. But I haven't played it through to that point. But it's a neat little project. It has a fairly intuitive design, so you can get around things pretty easily, pretty quickly. Everything's pretty simple. The most complex area seems to be the manifesto. The interaction elements with the characters who, as you can see, Courbet just disappeared, are around at different times and have different relationships with you and each other, is a neat little touch. And actually, I think down here you can see the initials of a person who did this picture. So these are actual paintings taken from reality and used as a backdrop for a pretty impressive game that, if gets worked on, could be something a lot better, because I see another thing up here and I can't help but wonder if maybe there would be another sign or more signs down below. But generally I just think this game is really neat. It's pretty interestingly crafted. The concept is something I've never seen before, and I honestly recommend you guys checking it out. It's pretty fun, if not very, very selective audience that might enjoy it. But if you're the type of person who enjoys RPG games and point-and-click games and things that actually, you know, kind of require your own little usage of your mind or are sort of historical, you might want to check this out. It's just something pretty neat that I happened to come across one day. As you can see down here, there is an about section where you can go and read about it. It has all the different builds and stuff. So far it's only in the first alpha stage. I can't go down far enough on the page to show you, but it's made by a guy named Lucas Molina. As you can see, there's a Reddit section for it. Go visit the Reddit section. I encourage you guys to go and try and get this game made a little bit more detailed. I would love to come back and review it at another time when there was something more that I could show, or maybe do a series on it. But until next time, guys, this was the first episode of Eye on Indie. Thanks for watching.